For decades, Balmoral represented the safest emotional refuge inside the royal family, a place where Queen Elizabeth II escaped palace pressure and guarded her most private memories. But according to reports surrounding a deeply personal inheritance decision, Prince William allegedly stepped in behind the scenes after Queen Camilla was quietly excluded from one extraordinary Balmoral property gift. And what happened next triggered fresh questions about power, loyalty, and the future direction of the monarchy itself. Inside Buckingham Palace, inheritance is never just about property, because every private decision carries symbolic meaning far beyond money or land. That is exactly why royal watchers became fascinated when Lady Louise Windsor reportedly received one of the most emotionally significant Balmoral cottages connected to Queen Elizabeth II's private life, while Queen Camilla, despite becoming queen consort beside King Charles III, was left completely outside the decision. And the moment palace insiders began whispering that Prince William personally supported protecting the inheritance from interference, the story suddenly became much larger than a family gift. The situation started to look like another quiet power struggle unfolding beneath the carefully controlled image of royal unity. But what does this really reveal about Prince William, the future king, and the way Prince William now views the monarchy after years of royal drama involving Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and growing public frustration with the institution itself? What makes this story especially explosive is the emotional history attached to Balmoral itself. For Queen Elizabeth II, Balmoral was never treated like Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle, because Balmoral represented freedom rather than performance. Away from cameras, royal ceremonies, and constant political pressure, Queen Elizabeth reportedly became a completely different person in Scotland, laughing more freely, dressing casually, and surrounding herself with the quieter members of the royal family she trusted most deeply. That emotional connection explains why the reported decision to leave a cherished cottage to Lady Louise Windsor shocked so many palace observers. Queen Elizabeth could have favored senior royals, powerful heirs, or even Queen Camilla herself. Yet reports suggest Queen Elizabeth instead chose Lady Louise Windsor, one of the monarchy's quietest and least controversial younger royals. And once Prince William allegedly supported that decision, palace insiders began wondering whether Prince William was quietly drawing a line around who truly belongs inside the monarchy's trusted inner circle. Now here is where the story becomes even more complicated for King Charles III. Since becoming monarch, King Charles III has pushed the idea of a slimmer royal family, hoping to modernize the monarchy after years of scandals involving Prince Andrew, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. But while King Charles III speaks about modernization publicly, Prince William appears to be shaping the monarchy privately, making careful decisions about which younger royals could eventually support the crown and which family members may slowly fade into private life. That places Lady Louise Windsor directly inside a much bigger institutional conversation, because Prince William reportedly admires the same qualities Queen Elizabeth valued in Lady Louise Windsor: discretion, calmness, loyalty, and an almost complete absence of public controversy. Do you think Prince William sees Lady Louise Windsor as part of the monarchy's future support system? Or do you believe Prince William simply wanted to honor Queen Elizabeth's final wishes without Queen Camilla influencing the outcome? At the same time, Queen Camilla's reported exclusion created an entirely different layer of tension inside the royal family. Publicly, Queen Camilla stands beside King Charles III at the center of royal authority, attending state events, representing the crown, and carrying the title of Queen Consort. Yet private inheritances often reveal truths that official ceremonies cannot hide. Palace insiders have long claimed that Queen Elizabeth separated institutional duty from personal affection, and this inheritance reportedly reflected exactly that distinction. According to royal observers, the absence of Queen Camilla's name was not necessarily about hostility, but about emotional closeness, trust, and which family members Queen Elizabeth truly associated with her happiest memories at Balmoral. And if Prince William indeed protected that final decision behind closed palace doors, then Prince William may have been defending something much bigger than property. Prince William may have been protecting Queen Elizabeth's emotional legacy itself. What makes Prince William's role even more fascinating is the timing. While Prince Harry and Meghan Markle continue building life outside the monarchy in California, and while King Charles III faces increasing pressure surrounding succession, health speculation, and public confidence in the royal family, Prince William has gradually become the monarchy's stabilizing center. More importantly, Catherine, Princess of Wales, continues to strengthen Prince William's public image by representing continuity, discipline, and trust during one of the monarchy's most uncertain modern periods. That combination has reportedly given Prince William far greater influence behind palace walls than many expected this early in King Charles III's reign. And some royal insiders now believe Prince William is already shaping the emotional structure of the future monarchy long before officially becoming king. But if that is true, then another question emerges. Was Queen Camilla simply excluded from one inheritance decision? Or is Queen Camilla slowly losing influence inside the royal family as Prince William prepares for the future? Because what happened next reportedly intensified palace speculation even further, especially once conversations shifted toward Prince William's larger plans for Lady Louise Windsor, James, Earl of Wessex, and the monarchy Prince William eventually wants to build. And once those details started leaking, royal insiders began asking whether Prince William was quietly creating a completely different royal system behind the scenes. If you enjoy deep royal analysis, hidden palace dynamics, and the stories Buckingham Palace never fully explains publicly, subscribe to the channel now, because the next part reveals why Prince William's long-term strategy may already be changing the future of the royal family forever. Prince William's vision for monarchy has never been about preserving the royal family exactly as Queen Elizabeth II left it behind, because Prince William, the future king, appears determined to rebuild the institution around loyalty, discipline, and public trust after years of damaging royal drama involving Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and internal divisions that shook Buckingham Palace more deeply than many people realize. And according to palace insiders, the reported inheritance involving Lady Louise Windsor may have quietly revealed how serious Prince William has already become about controlling the monarchy's future direction behind closed doors. What makes Prince William's reported involvement so important is that Lady Louise Windsor has never behaved like a royal searching for status, attention, or influence. Unlike many modern public figures connected to the monarchy, Lady Louise Windsor built a reputation around privacy, simplicity, and quiet loyalty to Queen Elizabeth II. Royal watchers often notice how differently Lady Louise Windsor carried herself compared to other younger members of the royal family, because Lady Louise Windsor rarely chased headlines, rarely generated controversy, and rarely appeared interested in expanding a public profile. That calm image reportedly reminded Queen Elizabeth of the older style of monarchy, where duty mattered more than celebrity. And according to reports circulating inside royal circles, Prince William may view that exact quality as essential for the monarchy's survival after the public fallout surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. But there's another reason this story became so emotionally charged inside Buckingham Palace. Prince William reportedly understands something many senior royals struggled to accept over the last decade, which is that the public no longer automatically trusts the monarchy simply because of tradition. After Prince Harry and Meghan Markle publicly criticized royal life, after Prince Andrew became a symbol of scandal, and after years of headlines questioning royal privilege, Prince William reportedly concluded that the monarchy could only survive by appearing smaller, more disciplined, and emotionally relatable to ordinary people. That explains why Prince William has repeatedly signaled support for a streamlined royal family, rather than a giant institution filled with distant titled relatives. Yet the reported protection of Lady Louise Windsor's inheritance reveals something even more interesting, because Prince William does not appear interested in removing every younger royal from relevance. Instead, Prince William seems to be identifying which family members reflect the values Queen Elizabeth trusted most deeply. And this is where Queen Camilla's reported exclusion becomes impossible to ignore. Publicly, King Charles III and Queen Camilla project stability, continuity, and unity for the monarchy. However, inside the royal family, emotional alliances often matter just as much as official titles. According to long-running royal speculation, Queen Elizabeth II maintained polite institutional respect toward Queen Camilla while still protecting certain emotional spaces connected to Princess Diana's era, Prince William's childhood, and the monarchy's older family traditions. Balmoral reportedly represented one of those sacred emotional spaces. So when reports suggested Queen Camilla was excluded from the cottage inheritance entirely, palace insiders allegedly viewed the decision as symbolic rather than financial. And once Prince William reportedly reinforced that decision behind the scenes, some observers began wondering, whether Prince William was quietly asserting emotional authority over parts of the monarchy that King Charles III no longer fully controls. Do you believe Prince William already holds more influence inside the royal family than the public realizes? Or do you think Buckingham Palace still revolves entirely around King Charles III and Queen Camilla? At the same time, Catherine, Princess of Wales, has reportedly become one of the strongest pillars supporting Prince William's long-term royal strategy. While Prince Harry and Meghan Markle build a global celebrity identity outside the monarchy, Kate Middleton strengthened the opposite image entirely, presenting consistency, restraint, and emotional steadiness during moments when public confidence in the monarchy became dangerously unstable. Royal commentators frequently point out that Catherine, Princess of Wales, rarely engages in public conflict, rarely fuels controversy, and rarely disrupts institutional messaging, which is precisely why Prince William reportedly trusts Catherine, Princess of Wales, more deeply than almost anyone else within the royal structure. And according to some royal observers, Prince William now wants younger royals surrounding the future monarchy to follow that same disciplined model, rather than the celebrity-driven culture that exploded during the Sussex years. That larger strategy may explain why Prince William reportedly took such a strong interest in the futures of Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex. Unlike Prince Harry, Lady Louise Windsor and James were raised largely outside the aggressive royal spotlight by Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie, allowing both younger royals to develop unusually normal lifestyles compared to other members of the monarchy. They attended school quietly, avoided constant tabloid attention, and grew up without the endless public pressure that followed Prince William and Prince Harry throughout childhood. But now palace insiders reportedly believe Prince William sees Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, as symbols of a different royal generation, one shaped less by entitlement and more by choice. That distinction matters enormously for the monarchy's future image, because modern audiences increasingly admire royals who appear grounded rather than privileged. And if Prince William eventually becomes king with a smaller royal team around him, trusted younger figures like Lady Louise Windsor could quietly become far more important than many people currently expect. Still, not everyone inside Buckingham Palace reportedly agrees with Prince William's approach. Some royal insiders believe Prince William is moving too aggressively toward restructuring the monarchy, while King Charles III is still establishing his reign. Others reportedly fear Prince William's smaller monarchy strategy could leave the institution dangerously overstretched, especially after losing Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as working royals. And there are also whispers that certain palace figures remain uncomfortable with how much influence Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, already hold compared to Queen Camilla's growing, but still complicated position inside the royal family hierarchy. Because despite Queen Camilla's official status, public affection toward Queen Camilla has never fully reached a level once enjoyed by Queen Elizabeth II or Princess Diana, and some palace observers reportedly believe Prince William remains deeply aware of that reality while planning the monarchy's future image. But the real emotional turning point in this story may not involve Queen Camilla at all. According to royal insiders, the deeper issue centers on why Queen Elizabeth II trusted Lady Louise Windsor so personally in the first place, because behind the inheritance controversy exists a far more emotional relationship connected to family loyalty, childhood health struggles, private Balmoral memories, and the quiet bond Queen Elizabeth reportedly formed with Lady Louise Windsor away from public cameras. And once those deeply personal details began emerging, the inheritance suddenly looked far less political and far more emotional than many royal commentators originally assumed. And that emotional connection between Queen Elizabeth II and Lady Louise Windsor may completely change the way people understand this entire royal controversy. If you are enjoying this deep royal analysis, subscribe now and stay with us, because the next section reveals a hidden grandmother-granddaughter relationship that reportedly influenced everything behind the Balmoral inheritance decision. For Queen Elizabeth II, Lady Louise Windsor was never simply another grandchild standing somewhere inside the royal line of succession, because according to people who closely observed the royal family during private Balmoral summers, Queen Elizabeth reportedly shared a uniquely calm and deeply personal bond with Lady Louise Windsor that felt completely untouched by palace politics, media pressure, or the exhausting public conflicts that later surrounded Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and even parts of King Charles III's reign. And once royal insiders began revisiting those private memories, the reported Balmoral inheritance suddenly stopped looking like a controversial royal maneuver and started looking far more like Queen Elizabeth's final emotional message to the family she was leaving behind. What made the relationship between Queen Elizabeth II and Lady Louise Windsor especially meaningful was timing. By the time Lady Louise Windsor was born, Queen Elizabeth had already spent decades carrying the crushing responsibilities of the monarchy, surviving political crises, royal divorces, public scandals, and relentless global scrutiny that transformed the crown into a constant performance. But unlike Prince William and Prince Harry, who grew up during the intense media frenzy surrounding Princess Diana, Lady Louise Windsor entered the royal family during a quieter chapter of Queen Elizabeth's life, when the monarch reportedly became softer, more reflective, and emotionally attached to peaceful family moments away from Buckingham Palace. Royal insiders often describe Balmoral as the place where Queen Elizabeth became less of a ruler and more of a grandmother, and Lady Louise Windsor reportedly benefited from that version of Queen Elizabeth more than many people realized. The emotional bond reportedly deepened because Lady Louise Windsor faced health complications very early in life, including serious eyesight challenges connected to a rare medical condition that required careful treatment throughout childhood. According to royal commentators, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip became especially protective during those difficult early years, quietly monitoring Lady Louise Windsor's health, while avoiding unnecessary public attention around the situation. Palace insiders have long suggested that Queen Elizabeth formed powerful emotional attachments to family members who carried themselves with resilience during hardship, and many believe Lady Louise Windsor's calm personality, modesty, and quiet strength deeply impressed Queen Elizabeth over time. Unlike other younger royals who eventually became connected to media controversy or celebrity culture, Lady Louise Windsor reportedly reminded Queen Elizabeth of stability, discipline, and emotional sincerity. And inside the monarchy, those qualities reportedly carried enormous value. But perhaps the most important connection involved Prince Philip himself. Royal watchers frequently noticed the unusually close relationship between Prince Philip and Lady Louise Windsor, especially through their shared passion for carriage driving, one of Prince Philip's lifelong hobbies. During private Balmoral and Windsor gatherings, Lady Louise Windsor reportedly spent significant time with Prince Philip learning carriage driving techniques, discussing outdoor sports, and participating in family traditions that many younger royals never fully embraced. Queen Elizabeth reportedly treasured those moments deeply because they reflected the quieter, older version of royal family life that existed before public scandal, media warfare, and institutional tension consumed the monarchy's image. In many ways, Lady Louise Windsor represented continuity with the royal family Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip once believed they had built together. And once Prince Philip passed away, those memories reportedly became even more emotionally important to Queen Elizabeth during the final years of her reign. This is exactly why the reported Balmoral inheritance carried such enormous symbolic weight inside Buckingham Palace. According to royal insiders, Queen Elizabeth did not reportedly choose Lady Louise Windsor because of royal rank, succession politics, or public strategy. Reports suggest Queen Elizabeth made the decision because Lady Louise Windsor represented emotional trust, personal loyalty, and family calm during a period when the monarchy itself often felt unstable. And that distinction matters enormously because private inheritances inside royal families frequently reveal emotional truths that public appearances carefully hide. While Prince Harry and Meghan Markle publicly challenged the institution from outside California, while Queen Camilla navigated years of complicated public acceptance, and while King Charles III struggled to modernize the monarchy under intense scrutiny, Lady Louise Windsor reportedly remained completely untouched by palace conflict. That emotional neutrality may have become one of the most valuable qualities Queen Elizabeth still recognized near the end of her life. At the same time, Prince William reportedly understood the symbolic importance of preserving Queen Elizabeth's wishes exactly as intended. According to some palace observers, Prince William increasingly views the monarchy less as a giant royal network and more as a carefully protected emotional institution built around trust, restraint, and reliability. That philosophy reportedly explains why Prince William appears drawn toward figures like Catherine, Princess of Wales, Duchess Sophie, Lady Louise Windsor, and Princess, and all royals known for avoiding unnecessary public drama while maintaining strong duty-focused reputations. In contrast, the years surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle reportedly convinced Prince William that uncontrolled celebrity culture can destabilize the monarchy faster than almost any external political threat. Do you think Prince William's approach will ultimately strengthen the royal family, or do you believe the monarchy risks becoming emotionally colder and too restricted under Prince William's future leadership? What makes the situation even more fascinating is that Lady Louise Windsor herself reportedly never showed strong interest in becoming a major working royal. Unlike ambitious public figures chasing influence, Lady Louise Windsor largely stayed focused on education, private life, and personal independence. Royal observers even noted that Lady Louise Windsor declined opportunities to elevate royal titles publicly after turning 18, choosing a quieter identity instead of aggressively stepping into royal celebrity. Ironically, that very refusal may have made Queen Elizabeth trust Lady Louise Windsor even more deeply, because Queen Elizabeth reportedly admired royals who understood restraint rather than entitlement. And some insiders now believe Prince William may quietly share that exact same philosophy as the monarchy enters one of the most uncertain succession eras in modern royal history. Still, beneath all the emotional warmth surrounding Lady Louise Windsor's relationship with Queen Elizabeth, another uncomfortable reality continued growing behind palace walls. Because while Lady Louise Windsor appeared increasingly determined to live independently, Prince William reportedly faced a much larger institutional problem involving the monarchy's shrinking workforce, rising public expectations, and the growing questions surrounding James, Earl of Wessex, the younger royal now quietly standing at a crossroads that could shape the future survival of the royal family itself. And according to palace insiders, Prince William may already be watching James far more closely than the public realizes. Because the next part of the story reveals why James, Earl of Wessex, suddenly became one of the monarchy's most important younger royals, and why Prince William's long-term plans may place enormous pressure on a teenager who never expected to carry such a heavy royal burden. The monarchy's future may look glamorous from the outside, filled with crowns, palaces, and centuries of tradition, but behind the walls of Buckingham Palace, Prince William reportedly sees something very different unfolding. According to royal insiders, Prince William sees an institution under enormous pressure, stretched thin by scandal, damaged by internal division, and increasingly dependent on a shrinking number of trusted royals who can still protect public confidence in the crown. And that growing pressure may explain why James, Earl of Wessex, a teenager who spent most of his life far from the royal spotlight, has suddenly become one of the most quietly important figures inside the future plans of Prince William, the future king. For years, Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie deliberately raised Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, differently from many other younger royals. Instead of surrounding their children with endless publicity, royal privilege, and public expectation, Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie reportedly focused on giving Lady Louise Windsor and James a far more grounded upbringing centered around school, privacy, countryside life, and emotional normalcy. Royal watchers frequently pointed out how rarely James appeared in major headlines compared to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, or even Prince Harry during earlier royal years. In many ways, James represented a newer type of royal child entirely, someone connected to monarchy by blood but not consumed by its machinery. Yet according to palace insiders, Prince William now faces a difficult reality. The monarchy desperately needs reliable younger royals, and James may no longer be able to avoid that responsibility forever. The deeper issue revolves around King Charles III's long-promised vision of a slimmed-down monarchy. Publicly, King Charles III argued that reducing the number of working royals would modernize the institution, cut unnecessary costs, and make the royal family appear more relatable to ordinary people struggling through economic uncertainty. At first, the strategy sounded practical and even popular, but over time, reality reportedly became far more complicated. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped away from royal duties entirely. Prince Andrew became politically toxic after major controversy. Queen Camilla continued facing complicated public acceptance, and several senior royals experienced health concerns that reportedly placed enormous strain on the remaining working members of the monarchy. Suddenly, Buckingham Palace found itself facing a dangerous imbalance. The monarchy still carried massive ceremonial obligations, international visibility, charity commitments, and constitutional expectations. But the number of trusted figures capable of carrying those responsibilities kept shrinking. And according to reports, Prince William increasingly understands that the institution may eventually need reinforcement, whether King Charles III originally planned for it or not. That is where James, Earl of Wessex, reportedly enters the picture. Unlike Prince Harry, who grew up inside constant media attention before eventually rebelling against royal life, James has spent most of his youth protected from institutional pressure. Palace insiders claim Prince William reportedly admires the way Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie raised James because James appears disciplined, quiet, emotionally stable, and largely untouched by the celebrity culture that damaged so many modern royal relationships. But that quiet upbringing may soon become impossible to maintain. According to royal commentators, once Lady Louise Windsor reportedly signaled preference for a more independent future outside major royal duties, attention inside palace circles naturally shifted toward James. And now some insiders believe Prince William may quietly view James as one of the monarchy's few remaining opportunities to strengthen the next generation without inviting more controversy into Buckingham Palace. Still, the situation places James in an extraordinarily difficult emotional position. Accepting a larger royal role would likely mean surrendering privacy, independence, and the relatively normal life Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie fought hard to protect throughout James's childhood. But rejecting the monarchy could create an entirely different crisis for Prince William, especially as public expectations continue growing around the future king and Catherine, Princess of Wales. Royal observers often forget how exhausting modern royal life has become. Public engagements stretch endlessly across Britain and the Commonwealth. Charities compete constantly for royal support. International diplomacy increasingly overlaps with ceremonial appearances, and media scrutiny now follows every royal interaction globally within seconds. Prince William reportedly understands that without additional trusted family support, the future monarchy risks becoming dangerously overburdened. And according to palace insiders, James may soon face a decision far larger than personal preference alone. What makes the pressure even more intense is the public comparison constantly surrounding younger royals today. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, create a completely different model for royal life after leaving Britain, transforming themselves into global media personalities while publicly criticizing parts of the monarchy that once defined their identities. Meanwhile, Catherine, Princess of Wales, strengthened her reputation through restraint, discipline, and careful loyalty to institutional duty beside Prince William. Those two opposing paths now hang over every younger royal family member watching from the sidelines. And according to royal insiders, Buckingham Palace privately fears another public split similar to the Sussex departure more than almost any other modern crisis. That fear may explain why Prince William reportedly values emotionally stable and low-drama figures like Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, far more than the public currently realizes. Do you think younger royals like James should be allowed complete freedom to reject royal duty? Or do you believe members of the royal family carry a responsibility to support the monarchy when the institution faces serious pressure? At the center of all this stands Prince William himself, increasingly caught between modernization and survival. Prince William reportedly wants a monarchy that feels smaller, more trusted, and more emotionally connected to ordinary people. Yet Prince William also understands a dangerous reality that too much downsizing could weaken the institution beyond repair. And that balancing act becomes even harder, while King Charles III continues establishing authority during a reign already overshadowed by health speculation, family fractures, and ongoing media fascination surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Some palace observers now believe Prince William is quietly preparing for a future far more uncertain than previous heirs ever expected to inherit. That preparation reportedly includes identifying which younger royals can genuinely be trusted to protect the monarchy emotionally rather than simply benefiting from royal status. But according to several royal insiders, the real tension surrounding James may not come from Prince William at all. Reports suggest Duchess Sophie, one of the monarchy's most respected yet underrated senior royals, may hold very different hopes for her son's future, especially after spending years protecting both Lady Louise Windsor and James from the psychological pressure that damaged so many younger royals before them. And once palace whispers about Duchess Sophie's concerns began surfacing, royal observers started questioning whether another hidden disagreement was quietly developing inside the monarchy itself. Because the next chapter reveals why Duchess Sophie's private parenting philosophy may suddenly clash with Prince William's long-term plans for the future royal family, and why some insiders believe James, Earl of Wessex, could eventually face the most emotionally difficult royal choice of his generation. For years, Duchess Sophie and Prince Edward worked quietly in the background of the monarchy, rarely chasing headlines, rarely creating controversy, and rarely allowing Lady Louise Windsor or James, Earl of Wessex, to become trapped inside the relentless machine of royal celebrity. While Buckingham Palace focused on succession, while Prince Harry and Meghan Markle dominated global headlines, and while King Charles III struggled to modernize the institution after Queen Elizabeth II's passing, Duchess Sophie reportedly concentrated on something far more personal. Duchess Sophie wanted her children to understand that royal blood should never replace personal freedom, independence, or the ability to build an ordinary life outside palace walls. And according to royal insiders, that parenting philosophy may now be colliding directly with the future Prince William, reportedly envisioned for monarchy. What makes Duchess Sophie's position especially fascinating is that Duchess Sophie understands royal pressure better than most people inside Buckingham Palace. Unlike royals born directly into the institution, Duchess Sophie entered the monarchy as an outsider and experienced firsthand how public scrutiny, media narratives, and palace expectations can slowly consume personal identity. Royal commentators often describe Duchess Sophie as one of the monarchy's quiet survivors, someone who learned how to navigate royal life without becoming emotionally swallowed by it. That experience reportedly shaped the way Duchess Sophie raised Lady Louise Windsor and James, encouraging both children to value privacy, work ethic, and emotional stability rather than royal status itself. According to reports, Duchess Sophie never wanted Lady Louise Windsor or James growing up believing the crown guaranteed purpose or happiness. Instead, Duchess Sophie reportedly wanted both children prepared for lives beyond royal protection entirely. That philosophy explains why Lady Louise Windsor reportedly chose not to aggressively embrace royal titles or pursue a high-profile position inside the monarchy after reaching adulthood. Royal observers noted how unusual the decision appeared at first, especially in a world where status and visibility often carry enormous social power. Yet according to palace insiders, Lady Louise Windsor's quieter path reflected years of careful guidance from Duchess Sophie and Prince Edward, who intentionally raised their children with the expectation that earning a living, building independent careers, and protecting personal privacy matter more than ceremonial royal identity. And now, as James, Earl of Wessex, approaches the same crossroads, many insiders believe Duchess Sophie may privately hope James follows a similar route rather than becoming deeply absorbed into Prince William's future royal system. But this is exactly where the monarchy's deeper crisis begins emerging. Prince William reportedly understands the emotional logic behind Duchess Sophie's parenting decisions. Yet Prince William also sees an institution slowly running out of dependable people. The monarchy no longer enjoys a massive working royal structure it once relied upon during Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Prince Andrew became a permanent institutional problem. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped away, while publicly criticizing palace culture, and even King Charles III's slimmer monarchy vision now appears increasingly difficult to sustain under real-world pressure. Behind closed palace doors, Prince William reportedly faces a dangerous balancing act between protecting younger royals emotionally and preserving enough institutional strength to keep the monarchy functioning effectively in the decades ahead. And according to some insiders, Prince William may quietly fear that if too many younger royals reject royal duty entirely, the future crown could become dangerously isolated around only a handful of exhausted senior figures. What makes James, Earl of Wessex, so symbolically important is that James represents a completely different generation of royal family member. Unlike Prince William and Prince Harry, who grew up during the chaotic global obsession surrounding Princess Diana, James experienced a far more controlled and protected childhood. Unlike Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, James has never publicly battled the institution. Unlike Prince Andrew, James carries no controversy. And unlike some senior royals shaped entirely by royal hierarchy, James reportedly still has the freedom to choose what kind of life he actually wants before palace expectations fully close around him. That freedom may ultimately become one of the most emotionally powerful tests facing the monarchy itself. Because if even carefully protected younger royals like James decide that private life offers greater happiness than royal duty, what does that reveal about the future sustainability of the institution Prince William hopes to inherit? At the same time, many royal observers believe Prince William's long-term vision still carries significant public support. Across Britain and the Commonwealth, frustration toward royal excess has grown steadily over recent years, especially during periods of economic uncertainty and political tension. Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, reportedly understand that modern audiences increasingly admire discipline, modesty, and visible public service rather than grand displays of privilege. That image has allowed Prince William and Kate Middleton to emerge as stabilizing figures during one of the monarchy's most uncertain periods in generations. And according to palace insiders, Prince William reportedly believes a monarchy can survive only if future royals appear emotionally grounded, hardworking, and genuinely connected to ordinary people. In many ways, figures like Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, perfectly reflect that quieter modern image Prince William may want surrounding the crown in the future. Still, the emotional contradictions remain impossible to ignore. Queen Elizabeth II reportedly cherished Lady Louise Windsor precisely because Lady Louise Windsor represented peace, sincerity, and freedom from palace conflict. Yet now those same qualities may place pressure on James, Earl of Wessex, to eventually fill a larger royal role, whether James truly desires it or not. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla's reported exclusion from the Balmoral inheritance continues fueling speculation about emotional divisions lingering quietly beneath the monarchy's public image of unity. Add Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's continued distance from Buckingham Palace. King Charles III struggled to reshape the institution, and Prince William's increasingly visible authority behind palace walls, and suddenly the royal family begins looking less like a stable modern monarchy and more like an institution fighting to redefine itself before another major internal fracture appears. And perhaps that is the real meaning behind the Balmoral inheritance story that shocked so many royal watchers in the first place. Maybe the cottage itself was never the true issue at all. Maybe the real story was about trust, about which relationships Queen Elizabeth valued most deeply during the final years of her life, about which younger royals Prince William believes can still protect the monarchy's emotional credibility moving forward, and about whether the next royal generation will continue embracing duty willingly or slowly begin choosing freedom over crowns, titles, and palace expectations. Because once younger royals begin realizing that private peace may matter more than royal privilege, the monarchy faces a question far larger than succession alone. The monarchy must confront whether future generations still believe the institution is worth sacrificing ordinary life to preserve. So now we want to hear your thoughts. Do you believe Prince William is making the right decisions to modernize the monarchy, or do you think Buckingham Palace risks losing too many younger royals by placing enormous pressure on family members like James, Earl of Wessex? And do you believe Queen Elizabeth II intentionally sent a final emotional message through Lady Louise Windsor's reported Balmoral inheritance? Share your thoughts in the comment below, because royal insiders may never fully reveal what truly happened behind palace walls. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Prince William, King Charles III, Queen Camilla, Lady Louise Windsor, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and the hidden future of the royal family, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay with us for more exclusive royal analysis, palace tensions, succession drama, and the untold stories Buckingham Palace never fully explains publicly.